Good morning, everybody. My name is Darlene, and I have Parkinson's. Today, we're going to talk about something I don't know a lot about. I just know what things that I've got or things that I've been told about. But I'm sure there are plenty more than what I'm going to suggest. So if anybody is in need of further information, I'm sure that they could get it from a medical supply store. But we're going to talk about medical devices that are there to help Parkinson's patients. Now, I'm just going to give a little disclaimer here. I'm in a slow down period right now, so I'm not wiggling very much, but my brain isn't exactly functioning at high volume either. So I'm hoping that I do okay. But I can't always wait for a good time to do a video because I have quite a bit of downtime. So this helps pass my downtime as well. So to help Parkinson's patients, let's see. One of the things, now I don't have a lot of tremor. But people who have a high degree of tremor, they have trouble with eating because when they're bringing a spoon or a fork to their mouth, their soup is slopping off of their spoon or they're making a big mess. Now, I can relate to making a big mess. I threw a bowl of chips on the floor last night for no reason at all. It just flew out of my hand. I've dumped rice over myself. I've done all sorts of things like that. So I just have a jerky movement and all of a sudden something spills. But if you have a constant tremor, it's very difficult to eat. So they have made spoons for soup and different things that are on a gimbal. So as you fill it with soup, it free floats in there so that even though you're shaking, your soup is staying level in your spoon and a higher degree of it will get into your stomach. So that's one of the things that is available. There's also something called a gyroscope glove. Now, this is really high tech. Now, these are like big black gloves that you put on that have special things on them. And it takes your hands from a tremor to holding still within these gloves. Now, the gloves inhibit your movement a little bit. But for somebody who is having real problems, that is another solution that could possibly work. I'm not sure. This was in the United Kingdom. I'm not sure if they're available in Canada and the United States right now, but they're called gyroscope gloves, and that is on the forefront coming up. I've mentioned before the shoes with the laser light. Coming out of the front of the shoe, there's a light, and it tricks your brain to make you walk towards the light. So as you take a step, it makes you automatically take the next step and then the next step. So those shoes are available, and there also is a little attachment is available to put on shoes that you currently own to make that light attachment go there. It's all a matter of tricking your brain. That's what the dots on my floor are for. I don't know if everybody remembers my dots. Let me just lift you up here for just 1 second and turn this camera around. There, you see my dots on the floor? Okay, that is in order to trick my brain to follow towards it. So I've got them on a path to the bathroom, to the bedroom, to the kitchen, and my foot sort of follows towards it. Other medical devices that you could use are common things like a walker. Not so common, my A-linker, wheelchairs, things for mobility like walking sticks. People use all sorts of different things, bicycles, different things like that can all be used to aid people who have the Parkinson's. There is a whole new outlook with these smartphones and these apps that are on these smartphones. They will allow you to talk instead of typing. Now, mind you, I have the ability to talk some of my messages on my tablet, and unfortunately, when I do that, quite often they don't make out what I'm saying. I'm a slur or something, and they type the wrong words, but at least you get the general idea. I also have what I call my Alice. We all know that that's not the actual name that comes through, but I don't want to set everybody else's machines off. So my Alice is there to remind me every time I need pills. It comes on and it tells me, Darlene. Well, actually, it doesn't say Darlene. For some reason, it has decided it really likes me. It's calling me Darlin. So every once in a while I'll hear the Darlin, take 3 levodopa, so that's, I just answer back, yes, sweetheart, and then I take them. So that's what we've got. Online support, let's not forget that. Like The online community, I have friends from a lot of places, and I can join support groups, and they are there to help me. And that's a very important device that we can have, is that ability to talk to one another. And of course, I'm going to start and tell a story. This story is hilarious if you think about it. Anyway, this was quite a few years ago now, but I was visiting my daughter, and I had these exercise bands. I'm sure you've seen them. They're like big elastic bands that you can, you do all sorts of exercises with them, but I didn't know how to use them. So I said to her, I'm going to hold the band in my hand here. I'll stand here, and you read the instructions, and so that I don't have to keep looking down at the instructions. And as you say what to do, I'll do it. So that's fine. She said, okay, put the band in your left hand, put your band in the right hand, whatever. We were doing it. And then she says, okay, put your hands over your head. And I put my hands up over my head and held the elastic band out, up over the hair. And then she said, okay, now you bring your right arm down. It's fine. And then she goes, now put your legs over your head. And I said, put my legs over my head? And she said, that's what it says here. And sure enough, on the instructions, it says, put your legs over your head. And I said, well, I'd be a circus act if I could put my legs over my head like that. And then we realized at the very top of it, it said, lay on the floor. Well, we were trying to do it standing up. If you're laying on the floor, it's quite easy to put your feet over your head. But here we were standing up, and she says to me, put your legs over your head. I said, I cannot do that. There's a lot of things I could do. That I cannot do. Anyway, that's it for today. Have yourself a good day, everybody, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.